in the application process, it's inevitable. You'll have rejections.
Yeah.
It's just a part of the process, right? It's seldom that someone applies to every school and they get in. If they're doing that, they're aiming too low. So through the process, when you face rejections, and maybe at business school also in some ways when you face rejections, in your view, and I think you did that pretty well, how do you keep up the energy levels? How do you keep up the positivity? How do you keep up the optimism? How do you remain true to yourself? How do you do that for yourself?
Yeah, I tend to see it as kind of like a game. You know, it's kind of like tennis where it's like you miss one shot, you're like, okay, give me another, you know, like you're in it for such a temporary period of time. And I kind of go into it knowing that the whole thing is going to be a game and I don't want to stop playing until the game is over. Right. So in that sense, it's like when I got a rejection, I'd be like, okay, this shows me that I aimed high enough, because if I didn't get any rejections, I would question if I am actually aiming high enough. So in a way, it's validating too. Right. And then second, I'd be like, okay, like this happens. I've heard so many stories of people who will get rejected from like 5, but then get into 1. And all it takes is 1, right? So it's like, you hear these stories and you're like, okay, that's fine. Like now is not the time to question these rejections. Like I can maybe do that in a reflection period after, but like when you're playing tennis and you miss a ball, that's like, your next goal is to get the next ball, right? And like, that's all that matters. And you can reflect at the end of the game if you could have hit that other ball better or what or not. So I would say like some reflection, just leave for after, you know, and trust that you will do that reflection after, but it's just about like, you're still playing, you're still in it. So how do you like, you know, do your best for that moment and then see how things go. And like, there's multiple cycles, right? So like worst case, if this is truly your dream and you don't get in anywhere, you can apply another year. And maybe you feel like, oh, that's some sort of a setback, but it could also help you in so many ways. So I think just remembering that like you're still in it and keep playing while you're still in it.